Hello, everyone. Good evening. Trying to fix my hair a bit. I'll be getting my hair cut soon, thankfully, because it is atrocious. It's getting into my eyes, and you can't see stuff. I have a bit of music on in the background too. Do you remember the game we used to play late about a few months ago? That's what the music's off, so probably copyright strike, but sure, look at. No, it's actually pretty cool, pretty chill music. So I was just listening to that there for a few minutes. Good evening, Sean. I was going to say good morning. It's apparently morning. So apparently 6 o'clock in the evening. It's morning. So just to let you know, it's very useful information, isn't it? Apart from that, nothing more to them. Apart from the snow the other day, that was what it. You were saying there was no snow where you were. Because the snow must all just come to Cavan. And now, before you say anything, because I've seen the sly comments, I have to try this share your screen feature on this thing. You just look like you got out of bed. I didn't get out of bed now. I've been up a long time this morning now. I've been up since about 10 o'clock or so. So I've been around for a while, let's put it that way. Even though I know some people will be just getting up at this time. You know, they go to college and stuff like that, and they're just kind of in bed all day. I'm not one of them type. I couldn't sit in bed for long, let's put it that way. I'd rather be up and about. That makes any sense. Let's see. I have to try this someday. I might try it Wednesday. I probably should have tried it this evening, which I'll look at. Because I don't know what you have to do. You probably have to do loads of stuff to try and get it to work. I meant to actually see about it. I think you do. I just got the notifications. I think we are good. I think the notifications could go out. Could. The word is could. Oh, I'm not on a live chat. Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, fine. Everything's 100%. Yes. What else is there? Is there anything else I need to do before I? So hopefully, when this feature, I don't know how it works, but if you share your screen, it's supposed to be through YouTube and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. Fuck's this? What? 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 Okay, I just seen new to the parish person. Let's put that way. I'm not even going to utter what I just seen, but I think we all know. Yeah, I think we're the only ones who really got snow. Nobody else seems to got snow, which is strange. So I just looked at my emails there too. I got an email from the Office of Public Works just there. I get into that now in a second. The usual stuff. Let's put that way. Happened just to forget his clothes and go into a super value. Let's put that way. That kind of usual stuff. We all do it all the time. We forget to put on our clothes and just barge into a supermarket with no clothes on us. It's quite usual stuff. I'm not even going to show it because it might be I get YouTube thumbs or so, and I wouldn't want to show it anyway. But it's up there on Facebook. I literally just seen it on Facebook there. If you look up the Cavan fan guard on Facebook, if you have Facebook, it shows it. So I got an email there too from the Office of Public Works. So yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You see that. So they said this with a consider an opening. I've been talking about this many times before. I have to read through it now. So basically, what the email just says, it's still under consideration. Basically, uh, to reopen Bombay Gather Station. Basically, that's all it says for me. That's all the basically have wrote back to me to say. Because last week I emailed the Office of Public Works to find out about which Christmas they're talking about opening this Gather Station. I'm sure. It's still under review apparently. So that's the email of it. Isn't it great? I've heard that for about fourth time now. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but we'll see. But it doesn't look like this year will be open anyway. But it's going to cost. It will cost 250k anyway. I know that they've said that to me before to bring it up to modern standards. But my biggest fear, I didn't say it in the email to them, but that it turn into a good direct provision setter. That's what they do it up and do the direct provision setter. We shall see. So I'm a bit concerned with that, but we see what happens. So who knows? But anyway, you wait and see. But it should have been open long ago. Like it's not like we're talking about building. Be quick about one of the stage. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. But we see what happens. Because they did. It isn't like it was promised by. It was not. It was not like it was promised by so many people. Drew Harras promised it. Helen McAtee promised it. All the local TDs promised that it'd be open and stuff like that. So basically, everybody promised that it'd be open. The Office of Public Work promised, and we're still kind of here. Even though we're supposed to open the Tretty just to say. Because when the government was formed and stuff like that, they were talking about we opened at some more Gouda stations. And one of them was Mumbai, and that was in the programme for government. But so look at a few years afterward, and still nothing has been done with it. So that's probably what's going to happen, unfortunately. Probably be turned into, even though it's only, if you look on Mumbai Gouda station, it's only a small, at most 4 rooms, 5 rooms, but still, they could use it. That's the thing. They could use it. Like, nothing's off the table in terms of what they're going to do. Like they probably would use anything they get nowadays, the government, for refugee use. So we see, but again, it hasn't been confirmed. I don't want to spread misinformation. That's my biggest concern, that eventually they'll be like, we're not going to turn it into a Gouda station, well, as it used to be a Gouda station. We're going to use it for direct provision or whatever. But again, they wouldn't be able to house more than 5 people. That's just a straight up fact. But they still could do it. But as I say, there's a lot of work that needs to be done because the roof and everything's gone. Like the whole Gouda station's very run down, so it's closed. Yeah, I seen that in Limerick too. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I seen they signed some kind of deal or something with NATO. But the sad reality is that we should probably be able to look after our own country. But you see the sorry state of the Navy and the armed forces here. They couldn't defend. Like the own government body that's done, they done an inquiry into the state of the defence forces. Said they couldn't defend one town in the country, let alone defend the whole state. I know what they said is one county. They couldn't defend one county, let alone the whole state. So that should tell you all you need to know. But yeah, definitely Ireland is the, as I said many times before, just the most defenseless state in Europe. I think even Luxembourg probably has a more stronger military and stuff. But I suppose they had to kind of do it because they didn't want to kind of invest in the military. But there is definitely, I'm not talking about Russian threats. Like that's a bit over exaggeration. Like when the Russians were exercising, that maybe was a threat, but like they're not just going to randomly turn up now tomorrow morning, the Russian Navy. Even though they have not much of a navy. It's more people that have been legally fishing and stuff, like people with drugs, bringing in drugs, stuff like that. They're the threats more to the state. That can destabilize the state. Because at the moment we only have one ship on the water, remember. So But like that's a bigger threat than any kind of Russian threat at the moment. Big ships full of drugs being brought in, being given to young people and stuff, destroying lives and stuff like that. I seen the whole lot of it. It was a long interview, but the one thing I kind of seen where he's going with now. At the beginning, I know a lot of people said he went on for about 40 minutes, talking about the history of Russia dating back to donkey years. And I suppose he was kind of laying out, etc., etc. But you know, yeah, I was a bit confused why he just went on for 40 minutes like that. I was a bit confused. I wouldn't have if I was in his position went on for 40 minutes about Russian history and stuff like that. And in fairness to Tucker Carlson, he asked some hard questions and stuff. And particularly Boris Johnson has a lot to add so far. I know he already responded with Joe Look, Boris Johnson's a bit of a tool. But I do even think the Irish government probably had a choice in what they signed in NATO, because I think because there has been said a lot, but that the NATO countries that there are, yeah, they definitely did. Like he was able to, like Joe Biden would need a fucking big newspaper in front of him the way to do it, but he knows his history. Like he was able to work out different things, but I suppose then they wasn't relevant. I suppose that's the main thing. Like I understand he was trying to say, this is where I'm coming from and stuff like that. But it was kind of excessive, if you ask me. But in fairness to Tucker Carlson, he asked very tough questions, as you do as a journalist does. But OT kind of quiet about it. The whole mainstream media had a fit about it because you're actually asking questions, you're questioning things, and they don't want that, of course. Yeah, like you was talking about Hungary and stuff, the claims of Hungary, but I suppose that's up to the Hungarians, I suppose, to think of it is. But just going back to the government signed the NATO kind of thing. Yeah, he doesn't. He probably knows that at least. Give him credit for that. Maybe he knows what his name is, but he doesn't. He thinks Mexico's beside Israel and Gaza. Let's put it that way. So, you know what? I think when you're person in the United States and when you literally have an open border on the United States-Mexican border, you probably should know where Mexico is. At the very least, saying that Mexico is apparently in the Middle East, apparently, and then saying that people who, former presidents of different countries who are dead, he's saying they're alive. He was talking to them, and so, like, what? Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't mind maybe he knows his own name. I think he might. At least he knows that. I think. But when he comes out with them kind of things, there's not much hope for him. But do you see what's happening at the moment? I seen a clip from CNN on Twitter there. They're going hard now on Biden. They're literally questioning him hard and kind of annoying. So what I think they're trying to do is trying to destabilize Biden from running so they can get somebody else to run, basically the Democrats. Because they know he doesn't have a chance to get Donald Trump this year because his record kind of shows, Afghanistan, what's happening in the Middle East, Ukraine, all his dealings with Hunter Biden, all that. It doesn't add up. Let's put it that way. It doesn't add up to a good solution, a good resolve to his presidency. Let's put it that way. And then obviously inflation, different things in the United States. It doesn't look good. Let's put it that way. So it'd be better to have somebody new. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Just trying to kick Biden out of the way so Kamala Harris, God forbid, could be the president. But in fairness to Joe Biden, we have to give him a medal for literally lasting out. Like, thanks be to God for yet anyway. We have to wait until November, but we see. But we all know kind of the probably will pick Harris because at that stage they might as well, because nobody really likes Kamala Harris anymore. Everybody kind of hates him. But I know it might not be Harris, but we see what happens. Just for the diversity, inclusion, of course. I don't think Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton didn't have a good time the last time, but sure, we see. But it more likely to be Michelle Obama. But that's what I think the media are doing at the moment. like they're trying to just kind of kick Joe Biden out of the way because he wants the one, but he doesn't know, even as you say, he doesn't know what day of the week it is, so he probably thinks he's only playing a game or something, playing a board game or something, or watching the telly or something, that he wants to watch another round of snooker or something on the telly. Like, I don't think he knows what he's putting himself in, you know. Probably should just because it is distracting me a bit. But definitely that's what the media are doing at the moment. They're trying to just kind of get him out of the way. Because they're actually, if you've seen the White House press conference the other day, the media were actually asking them some tough questions, CNN and stuff. They were actually asking them hard questions, which they never did before, but they were actually asking them questions, which is insane. Like the mainstream, not Fox News, Peter Doocy, and it was CNN and stuff. They were actually asking questions. They were actually doing journalism. So, there's something behind that when you see that. Like they're just trying to get him out of the way. Simple as that. But, God forbid if Joe Biden just said in the morning he wants to leave the presidency, it would become Kamala Harris for a while. So, thank God that he's still there for a while, I suppose, because I don't know who'd be worse, to be honest. Project New America. Could be Ben, ben Shapiro might become the president. Let's say nothing. But it's going to be tough now. What was that? Let me see. So I put up my community post to go on to another time because I literally just be here all day. Dick Cheney, Dick Cheney, good man, Dick. He's a bit of a tool too, Dick Cheney. The YouTube police might be around, so I just be careful. We don't want the YouTube police around. They're not nice people, the YouTube police. They kind of come out with shotguns and stuff, and people mysteriously disappear and stuff like that. I'm only joking. But in seriousness, YouTube police is not the nicest people to deal with. What was I going to say? Yeah, I talked about Cass Saunderson in my community post. Yesterday. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's without a doubt. So that's what the Democrats know at the moment, because people are just seeing what Biden has done and they don't want that. So it is going to be Donald Trump unless they get somebody that's remarkably good. Which the Democrats don't really have anybody. Again, Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton, nobody really cares, especially Bill Clinton at the moment. Certain documents were released talking that he likes them young and etc. etc. Not many people are too keen to vote in him as the first gentleman of the United States. They wouldn't be too keen on that. Let's put it, if Hillary Clinton was got in as the Democrats, because that's the only person that kind of has that kind of neutrality and stuff like that. But definitely Joe Biden doesn't have a hope if he's going to win. Not even that, his age and he's just dementia. It's got worse by 100%. Like people would be crazy if they actually elected him for another 4 years because he literally would be nearly 90. So, and God forbid what he'd be like then. If he's bad now, God forbid what he would be in an extra 4 years. What was I going to say about Casterson? Yes. So I talked about Casterson. Yes, they put up a community post about it. Now, so basically, how would I put this? So yeah, obviously there's going to be a lot of uproar. Nothing that's happened to say yet. Like they haven't brought anybody in. But they've got a lot of support, particularly recently. And it doesn't seem like it's going to go too well for the government if they try and put people in. Because they seem like everybody around the area seems to be very much against it in the local area. So it doesn't seem like they're going to get away with it much, the government. So we'll see what happens. But there's a public meeting about it, I think, soon. I don't know particularly when, but we see in it. Because they seem to be taking my opinion, like my stats, that nobody should be coming in. So we see what happens there. Yeah, like it's not that long away to the presidential debates and stuff like that. And let's be fair, Joe Biden, when he goes for a debate with Donald Trump, is just going to be annihilated. If it is Joe Biden, take an example, they would need somebody that's able to debate and stuff like that, because Donald Trump is very good at debating and stuff like that. Unless they get Vic Ramaswamy, the Democrats literally just ask Vic Ramaswamy to take on. They're going to the Democrats' such allegiances. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody ever mentions Afghanistan, and in my opinion, Afghanistan should be the main thing, nearly, because the United States spent 20 years or more in Afghanistan, spent hundreds of billions of dollars. We built in Afghanistan, we're building the army and stuff like that. You've seen the amount of weapons and guns and stuff they left in Afghanistan, just left them there, hundreds of billions. And the amount of money they spent to train the Afghanistan army, and they collapsed within a week. And then there's not even that, it's economic aid and stuff to the government and doing different things. And they're not even the biggest thing on top of it all, the amount of American people that died invading Afghanistan to get rid of the Taliban, to kick the Taliban out of power. They're basically, and people who lost legs and arms and stuff fighting the Taliban in Afghanistan. Basically, their sacrifice was for nothing, because the Taliban still is back 20 years on. The Taliban's back in charge. So it's just basically the biggest kick in the teeth, I suppose, ever. Because it's a huge economic loss, and it's a huge in terms of veterans and stuff. In the amount of suffering they went through and stuff. At the end of the day, now it's all for nothing, because the same crowd they kicked out is back in. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Afghanistan army lasted only a week, and the president, I don't know where the Afghanistan president's gone. He's gone with a load of money somewhere. He's gone into exile somewhere. But they literally and the United States give them the best weapons, like literally the best weapons money can buy, the best everything money can buy. And the Afghanistan army just fucked off and didn't even put up a fight at all. They just kind of let them win. Like it literally was in a week, because I remember seeing them. They were pushing on Kabul in Afghanistan, the Taliban, and they basically went with little or no resistance in many places from the Afghanistan National Army and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even the Democrats, Joe Biden would be just lost. Like he'd be lost with people just debating him. They just would one wings around him at this stage. But yeah, no, it is the biggest thing, because obviously, a lot of veterans and stuff suffered a lot in Afghanistan and stuff like that. Again, some of them have physical injuries. I think there was a Marine who lost his arm, and he's basically like his friends died for nothing in Afghanistan. And that's true, because the same people they went to get rid of is back in power, and basically their lives were meaningless, because at the end of the day, the same crowd came back in and are over the country now. Yeah, the military-industrial complex. So yeah, it's all about the military-industrial complex. But again, they'll probably go in at some point again to Afghanistan and be like, they're having weapons of mass destruction. But the thing about the can't you really use that is that Afghanistan is literally the poorest country in the world. They literally have no finances at all. That literally just fucked Afghanistan. They've not much of an economy left. Yeah, opium, that's the only thing, but they have really nothing else. The whole country's just kind of devastated. Oh, YouTube vloggers, yeah, I've seen that, but at the same time, that won't really help the economy that much because many people are probably afraid to go. Uh, you know, particularly women, obviously, of course, because they're not really friendly towards women and stuff like that. But I know opium and stuff like that, but it's still at the end of the day, the economy is a bit fucked because it isn't that rich of a country, as I say. Um, so they wouldn't be able to build weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because women, you couldn't go. You'd be afraid to bring your wife or your daughter. You know, there definitely is. I've seen some of them on YouTube. Yeah, to go in there, but still, at the same time, even men are taking a risk. If you're even particularly from the United States, you're taking a great risk. But not even that too. Um, if you get into trouble over there or something like that, there's not really any embassies. Like I don't think Ireland even has an embassy in Afghanistan. Like there's no diplomatic embassy. There's nobody to go to if you're in trouble in Afghanistan. So, say for example, I went over there in the morning to Afghanistan, and the Taliban just randomly picked on you. Just to pick on you, just to make up something. Um, the Irish government probably could do fuck all to help you, basically, because they have no diplomatic relations with the Taliban. So they could just torture you, and there'd be nothing really done about it. You'll be in prison for the next 50 years or so before they let you out, maybe. Or they try and exploit the Irish government to pay them to release the citizen. Take for example. Because there's no country that really has diplomatic relations with the Taliban. It'd be the same like going to really North Korea too, because it's still very militarized. Afghanistan, and obviously too, you couldn't air your opinion. We give out a bit of freedom of speech here and stuff like that. You really couldn't say much in Afghanistan. That's what if you had an opinion, they might shut you up very quickly if you had an opinion that gets them. So my advice is don't go near Afghanistan. Yeah, he has an interest in movies though, isn't he? And he watches American movies and stuff. But obviously, only Joe wouldn't be that fond to go to North Korea. Uh, because you'd be basically just told what to see and told what to do, and basically, and it wouldn't be the nicest place to go to. It probably is, yeah. The sad reality is, it probably is, but you know, that's the sad reality. It probably is. Like Kiev is probably Dublin is probably less safer than Kiev. I know Kiev is more safer than Dublin. That's the way I should say. Yeah, Kiev is probably more safer than Dublin in Ukraine. Yeah, like it was because obviously it used to be under the Empire of Japan, and obviously Japan surrendered. Like they used to own the whole the Korea, north and south. Used to be a Japanese kind of territory, and then obviously after Japan surrendered, it was divided up between the Soviet Union because in the later stages of the war, particularly when they defeated the Nazis and stuff, the Soviet Union declared war on Japan, Imperial Japan now, not and then they took the islands up the top of Japan, and they basically put a communist government in North Korea, and that's basically what happened. And then obviously the United States put in a government in South Korea, and that's why you have the country divided, both west and east, kind of. Hello, Tens. How you doing? So that's what happened there. But it was always going to end in conflict, didn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Japanese army was very brutal. Yeah, the Kurili Islands up the top. The Japan still has, like, technically Japan and Russia are still at war because they never signed a peace with the Soviet Union back in the day, the Imperial Japanese. They only surrendered to the United States of America, to the Allies, basically. They didn't surrender to the Soviet Union, technically. Yeah, like the few who done fight, he's a forgetful man, basically. But yeah, no, the Japanese army was very brutal. In terms of the war, like you even seen uh, many islands. Like the Americans done many happen. Like they had to hop from island to island to get to the main islands, the home islands. You look at Okinawa and stuff like that. Like not one Japanese soldier nearly walked off that island. They all fought to the death. You know, they wouldn't. They did not. The word surrender didn't even come to their mind. And it took, and I know this is very controversial, but it took 2 atomic bombs to be dropped on Japan for them to surrender. Because this, they would have to fight tooth and nail the United States to take over Japan, because they were not going to surrender regardless of what happened, even though half of the world was against them, and Germany and Italy and the rest of the Axis powers that fell and collapsed. They were going to, But even at that point, when the bombs were dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan was basically just in ruins because the United States just firebombed them into the ground. And obviously, Japan back then was all wooden houses and stuff like that. So basically, it was all just a big inferno. Yeah, well, yeah, they would be very tough for Japan. It would be very, very tough on them. Yeah, I think. Even now, they would be still tough. You see, there's not much because it's all about kind of respect and stuff in Japan. It's kind of different than what it was in the period of Japan. It's kind of more respect for society and stuff like that. So there's not much crime and stuff because people are very respectful. Um, yeah, but yeah, but that's why North Korea and South Korea. But you take in hindsight when they were drawing up these plans, you think they would have just united the two Koreas and make it into one. Because it would have been a lot better for everybody if that happened, but it doesn't look like it ever happened. Because I don't know how they never resolved the conflict. Yeah, I say we probably do have enemies. I'm not too sure. I'm sure my Irish friends here would tell us. Hello, Bitwin. How are we doing? That's a good quote there, Bitwin. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, but the war in the Pacific doesn't get as much attention as the war in Europe, of course. But yeah, the same with Cyprus, Turkey kind of government in Cyprus. I didn't say that. No, of course not. I didn't say that. YouTube, don't shoot me. So say nothing. Say nothing until you hear more. Yeah, like it kind of is divided Cyprus and stuff like that. But again, it all goes back to really colonization too, because Cyprus was a British colony. So the cavan accent, of course. So it kind of all goes back to colonization and stuff. It's the same with the Congo and stuff. Belgium, it used to be part of the Kingdom of Belgium. It's the same with many, many things. It's the same with Vietnam and the stuff like that, because Vietnam used to be a French colony. The French didn't really want to give it up, and long and behold, that's really what happened. And obviously, when they gained independence from the French, there was a communist and democratic factions, and that's what happened in Vietnam. So it was all kind of colonization that kind of started all this. It's the same with our island too, Ireland and Northern Ireland. If the British never came to Ireland, probably would still be united and stuff like that. Then obviously the Scottish, the plantation and stuff like that. The forced plantation, of course. Say nothing to him up. Obviously, the worst travesty would have come to how I stuck up, but I think the world would just descend into madness. Because you literally could ask her a question, she literally just laugh. Like you ask her, "What are you going to do with this?" and she literally just laughed at you, and just talks about electric school buses and stuff. So like in fairness, I think Joe Biden's a bit better than Kamala Harris. Because I don't know what to make of Kamala Harris. Like she seems to speak in rhymes all the time. So, in fairness, to Joe Biden, at least he's doing a favor to the world in staying as the president, staying on. Because if he was, it wouldn't do well. The man, yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Sean probably literally getting Helen McAtee on the phone, being like, "This is hate speech." He was talking about Koreas and Korea, and I couldn't make him up because of his accent. So please bring in hate speech legislation, please, Helen. Sean will be writing his letter now tonight. Hello. I know there's a good few people just after joining. Sorry, I was too busy talking nonsense. Well, yeah, about that. It wouldn't be 5 years, but I know what you're saying about the papers and stuff like that. It goes by how many letters go in, and that's how much you pay. Hey, for say, of course. You managed to take advantage of it. Of course. But what was I saying? There was now to go, I read. It was last year too, I read about Valentine's Day. Cavan people spend more apparently than people in Donegal for Valentine's Day. So, I think that's misinformation right there. I know the government always says disinformation, misinformation. I think that's very misinformation. It's spread by, of course, I don't know, people Leitrim. They're trying to discredit us. I just blame people for Leitrim. If in doubt, blame Leitrim. Instead of blaming Canada, we have to blame Leitrim. Also, Justin Trudeau, we don't want to make Canada great again. We don't want to make Canada great. We don't want it. We don't want Canada to be great. Great country. I don't know. I don't know trans. Oh Jesus, you'd be delighted with that. We're going to build a cycle lane right beside your house. Then we're going to dig up all the roads around your house and build a cycle lane. So I'm sure you have great reading that, Aaron. Jesus, yeah, a bit of all the Cavan jokes tonight. Which one? What interview? I know you said about Kanye West, but what interview? Is this recently, or I know, but a few months ago? But I talking about recently. Put on some music. Why not? Don't know. I don't know trends to be totally answer. I don't really know anything about it. Time to invade each. I agree. Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Let's go, Brandon. Peggle. We'll probably stay alive for a bit longer tonight. Not by long, but an extra maybe hour. We'll see how we go. No, let's not go, Cat. Because let's go, Brandon. It's not the nicest phrase. So, use what do you use? Autopilot, yeah, it's been on autopilot. Nobody's at the helm. That's what that is. Nobody's steering the ship. The ship has crashed into an iceberg and sank to the bottom of the sea. Um, you're only saying good evening now. Jesus, he's been here for about 9 years, and you're only saying good evening to him now. Cabman, everything's fine. There's not blah, 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 not much going on. Get from all the quotes tonight. What there was something else I meant to talk about. I can't remember now. Oh no! Oh dear. Where am I and what am I trying to do? You get half back, of course. Yeah, that's a good one. Pergolate. So we built it. Yeah, that's the best thing to do because that can happen now and again. Where the fuck am I? What was I trying to do? Something else I meant to say, but I can't remember. What was? Need to look this up actually just to see. Yeah, YouTube is very good, isn't it? Yeah, particularly my channel is pretty bad. Whatever I said a few months ago must have really pissed somebody off somewhere. Because they don't like me. YouTube. Because I literally must have pissed them off something fierce. So that's the solution. They've obviously been fierce hard on me for whatever I said. I don't know. So that's why I don't upload many videos nowadays because YouTube kind of just dumps them out of memory hole. Where in the name of fuck am I in this thing? Pergolate. It only shows your comments. Well, that's the first I ever heard of that one. I never heard of that one. Now that's a new one. But see, it is a nuisance now. These things happen. So I'm just trying to find this. Yeah, but I'd rather just on YouTube. I started here and I don't really want to go really anyway. Even though it could be on one and stuff like that, but you get what I'm saying. I started here and I'm just happy to be here, and it's more convenient for a lot of people and stuff. Into it, but yeah, I don't know. It might be just some random glitch. I don't know if that's on purpose on YouTube's end or what's happening. So there's going to be probably a big debate this Monday in the council chamber in Cavan. The council, the Monday meeting of Cavan County Council. I think it's this Monday, maybe next Monday, but this Monday coming up. So it's going to be the big debate about all the refugee accommodations and stuff. So we should see what happens there because the councils have finally kind of say something publicly about it. So we'll see what happens because, as I say, this a lot of concern, particularly in curtailing Castle Saunders now at the moment. They have to kind of address it. Because I think the majority of the councillors, along with the TDs and stuff like that, oh dear, that's far white. Only joking, doesn't mind me, but that's what I would say. So it's going to be interesting to see what they say. Yeah, like YouTube's up to some shenanigans. Who would you want to win? I'd say probably Trump, because let's be fair, Joe Biden has kind of made a mess of things, by the way. And, let's put it this way, Bitman. I have nothing against the man personally, but if you don't know what day of the week it is, you shouldn't probably be in. Let's be fair, I wouldn't mind if he's president of Ireland. You don't do much with his president of Ireland. If you wanted to come out for him be the president of Ireland, he could. I wouldn't really have an issue with that. But the fact of the matter is, Nido, you mean Nido? Okay, I get into that now in 2 seconds. It's the fact of the matter that he doesn't know, and he's in a very important position. Obviously, the leader of the free world, the biggest country in the world, nearly the United States of America. You need to kind of know. If I couldn't pick Donald Trump, I would probably say Robert F. Kennedy. He used to be in the Democrats. Vic Ramaswamy, many people. DeSantis either. They'd be my three kind of choices. Particularly, probably would say Vic Ramaswamy. He would be very good. If that makes any sense. So, one of the three. But mainly probably Vic Ramaswamy or Ron DeSantis. Yeah, you can see why people move to Odyssey and stuff like that. But you have to kind of. I'm on. I was on Gap and stuff like that. But it's more convenient for me to live here, and I build my audience here. It's the same with I have a BitChute channel. I've uploaded many videos on it, and not many people have come over to it. If that makes any sense. So you'd be just literally kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because let's be fair. Not many people follow everybody over to a platform, etc., etc. So that's what I would say, Betwin. I don't know if that's just the question you asked, but so either the three might be happy enough with. We see, Wilder, but again, I don't think if it goes on. We'll see what happens as well. You might just pick somebody, not even known to many people. Peggle. So yeah, we see what happens on Monday. So I'm sure people probably have heard about this in every town and every village in the country. But particularly for restaurants at the moment now, the hospitality sector is pretty dead, because let's be fair, a lot of restaurants and stuff are closing down because of just the extreme amount of money they're looking for in fat, and it's devastating now. Yeah, I know what you're saying about Twitter and stuff like that. Many times people have said about going to Twitter and stuff like that. But I'm kind of just happy enough here, even though I have enough. I would have a lot of followers on Twitter. I'm just kind of happy enough. It's not really about. I could probably go and put a video on and rant and rave for an hour on Twitter. Get a couple of thousand views or whatever. But I'm not in it for fame or anything like that. So I'm not going to really get much attention, but I'm just kind of happy where I am, and not really putting myself out there too much. As well. Yeah, Tesco. I know, yeah, but I'm more conservative now. You know, yeah, I can see why Tesco would do that because obviously they wouldn't really pay them. They have to, obviously they're legally required to pay the minimum wage at least. So, but it'll be a lot cheaper than probably what a young person out of college will watch. Oh, I know, but yeah, boycotts can work. We've seen with Bud Light and stuff what happened. Um, but I don't think the average people would be willing to really do that. To be honest, I think they need a very, very good reason to really do it, like to really take on to do it, like they did with Bud Light. It takes a lot of encouragement for people to do that, and to encourage people to do it. But again, I'm sure there's people that have done it and stuff. But you get what I'm saying. It takes a lot of something to push people over the edge to do it. So we shall see. Um, um, so yeah, Sinn Féin, Michelle O'Neill particularly, went to the PSNI graduation ceremony. The first time ever Sinn Féin had like Sinn Féin leader, I suppose, went to one of them. But we see. Oh yeah, I know it's where they started in Ireland. Yes, I know what you're saying. But in modern Ireland, it's a lot different to back then, I suppose. Because see, Lidl and Tesco too, like majority of the time, I go to Super Value, because obviously they support the tidy towns. They do give a lot of money now, in fairness, to voluntary groups, tidy towns and stuff like that. That's the usual crowd I go to. Um, but like Super Value is a bit more dear, I say, than the Western, but a lot of Irish people want to go with the cheap option. Yeah, like you get what I'm saying. I am in no party, no party. Even though many times it could be high up there in some party now if I wanted to be, but I never talk up any offer, which I think I'm better with the offer. But you never know. Yeah, that's out of necessity, because a lot of people don't have the money just to, they want the cheapest thing they can get. Like, give me a second. Sorry about. I was going to say it here. Yeah, it's out of necessity, basically. Um, that's what it's about. Like people really have to be pissed off to boycott it, like particularly with the situation we're in at the moment. As I say, Superfly is a bit more deal I find in the rest of the shops. Yeah, it will backfire a long time, but it will take time, But it's gained such influence, Lidl and Tesco and stuff that it'd be very hard to get rid of. Even though we've seen with Bud Light, it's very easy to get rid of and stuff like that. But it's gained a lot. Like you look at any shop, Lidl or Aldi and stuff like that, there's more people nearly in it than there probably are in Duns and Tesco and than Superfine. You know. Would Superfly be the place I would go to if I was getting anything? But again, it's just because of the tiny towns. They do give a lot. Like even in Cavan, the Cavan tiny towns, they give them loads and thousands and thousands of euro every year for different things, for different community projects and founders. Now, I'm not going to say they don't, because they do. And the other stores do fuck all if anybody in Cavan. Let's put it that way. Like I don't see Dunn's in Cavan or Tesco or any of them doing anything basically for the wider society, I suppose. So when founders, the least they do give something back to the community, which you should obviously for a big business. You should give something back to the local people, not by just giving them jobs and stuff, but doing something for the to improve the area or something like that. If that makes any sense, I don't know. I'm probably ranting now. I'd probably go down and get myself another cup of tea now in a few minutes' time. So yeah, we'll probably be here around until 8 o'clock or something. So another hour. I have a good bit of time today just to chillax. So people will be very delighted with that, I'm sure. I just refreshed actually, chat. Although it's walking now, I was going to probably. Oh, I know, but it does affect people when they don't have a supermarket like Dunnes. They're talking about in Gotill there opening. I think it's Little, isn't it? Little or Aldi is one of the two. A supermarket there, because the only supermarket they have is Superfile, which is not that big in Gotill. So they're talking about that because a lot of people have to go into Cavan Town to do the shopping because they don't go to Superfile, as I say, because it's a bit more dearer. It is a bit more dearer than Little or Aldi, Not on everything, but you get what I'm saying. It's a bit more dearer because a lot of stuff in Superfile are kind of half Irish made, compared to Little and Aldi. Not much is really Irish, like locally produced and stuff like that. Like you seen in Cavan a few months ago, less probably more than 2 years ago now. This stage, the farmers protesting over the price of eggs in Little. I keep getting mixed up. Aldi, yeah, Aldi. They were protesting outside of it because the eggs were basically being given away for nothing. The farmer was only getting something like 10 cents for a pack of eggs. So they got a rise, but at the most, it didn't get much. They only got about €1 per packet, and the shop makes the majority of the profit. So it's not quite really, but I'm going blind. Everybody just left. We said, "Fuck this shit." But yeah. Oh. Yeah, like they do have another kind of banner, but it's still kind of technically Superfile, technically. What was I going to say? I'll go down in a few minutes and get me tea, get another cup of tea. Oh ho! What a surprise! The poll that I put up last night, everybody's very concerned about immigration more than anything else. So, shocker. A cup of tea. No, but no biscuits. No, here, just give me a second. I just actually have to check on something. No, I'm not getting me tea yet, but I need to check on something. Just checking on the cat. Making sure the cat was fine. Do you peek out the window? Peek, peek. So, no, just checking on the cat there. Cat's in the hallway here. She's happy enough to. It was that on the chair. It's a ghost. It's the ghost of Christmas past. Of course. Allegedly, of course. Where the fuck am I? Oh. Let me see. How many fucking. Excuse my language. How many fucking famous last words? Fucking who and bastard. Oh, excuse my language. Pegale. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be with you. So, in less than 120 days at this stage in June, we'd be bossing for a week. We'd be doing a lot of stuff during that week. So I hope people are looking forward to that. I just wanted to check. So it's about 120 days. Yeah, wouldn't it be? It would be 120 days, wouldn't it? Until June. Well, June. So a lot of stuff going on then. Sorry about that. We'll see what happens whenever the next election comes around in Ireland. But only have to look at what they're doing in the southern Ireland, to find out about Sinn Féin. We'll see. It was not even that because of women. Sinn Féin just all out just socialist and just communists. That's what happened. But the leadership, there obviously is good people in Sinn Féin, but they'll just kind of let them to get out in power and think it's nationalists and stuff like that. But they're kind of very delusional. But a lot of them have woken up and said "fuck this shit" and said no. A lot of them in the Republic Party. Yeah, like to be totally honest, the DUP are more nationalists at this stage. They actually care more probably about Ireland than Sinn Féin does. But Sinn Féin seems to only care about Palestine. They don't seem to care about Ireland. Like one Sinn Féin person, I quote again, Palestine is more, we should be more worried about Palestine. Palestine is more important than Ireland, or something like that, he said. Of course, why not? You should be more worried about the country that you live in and stuff like that. But even though of course there's a genocide going on in Palestine, we should be speaking out against that, of course. But we shouldn't be, as particularly as a neutral country, shouldn't be actively seeking to intervene or anything like that. Obviously, we should denounce it, of course, but we shouldn't go really any further than that. Imagine that the DUP are the Nationalist Party. God knows, imagine saying that 100 years ago. That the Democratic Unionists would be more nationalist than Sinn Féin. Do you know what somebody actually asked me the other day, sorry? Different topic. Remember I was talking about the blue ball about fucking 900 years ago? We still have to release that video, but I don't know will we ever release it, but we'll see about it. Because it has to be released someday. Like someday, but I'm just kind of waiting. Biding my time, that's all right. Biden, my time. funny. But wait and see, I suppose. Because someday I do hope to put it out. Let's just refresh just in case anything shenanigans are going on. So yeah. It's fair to say too, I talked about this a while ago too. It's fair to say that no councillor who's seeking election to the municipal authorities in Cavan are going to come on for a chat. I was willing to bring anybody on. Any councillor that's a councillor now are going to be like one for the council elections, willing to bring them on, but it doesn't seem like anybody's going to take me up on my offer because they put out an offer and nobody's wanting to take it up. But I've asked two councillors and not likely they're going to come along, but sure. The offer was there, just to say, just the offer again, because I want one at least to come on, so I can annoy them a bit. Yeah, like they might as well go over and live in Palestine. There's their job as shouldn't blame people. And I wouldn't mind, but half the thing Sinn Féin's promoting in Palestine, they wouldn't be too fond of it. Let's put it that way. So and even in Israel, they wouldn't be too fond of what Sinn Féin's promoting. Like there's a perfect clip going viral, and I'm sure he's in. But I don't think we're allowed to talk about it on YouTube because YouTube might come at me with a gun and shoot me. In the game, of course. But you're seeing them, so. Sean's having chocolate biscuits and tea. It's well for some. Which? Let me see now. Oh. Pegale. What? Oh dear. Bitchin' bastard. Excuse me, sorry. You dropped me pen. It keeps slipping through my. Yeah, right. Of course. Back in my day. Oh jeez, no! We have the black market. It's very handy. That's the only way we can get things. Because see, the reason why because we're under sanctions by Leitrim in the game, of course, in the game. Also, there's somebody I know at the moment that's in Switzerland having a skiing competition, like going skiing on a school tour. Pretty handy for them, it's pretty funny. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Like we were in the same position as Palestine at one stage because they were all British colonies, so we can relate to that. They were under the British rule for a while. Like Palestine more than Ireland because Ireland obviously really gained independence in 1932, but technically didn't. It was a dominion. Palestine was directly under British occupation too. 1947 or something like that. But as I said before, every nation has the right to self determination. Um, you know, but at the same time, we're only a small country. We don't have much influence on the world. It'd be different if we're the United States of America. We shouldn't really be getting too actively involved in something. Particularly, it's a conflict. We shouldn't be really. Obviously, we should be denouncing people being innocent children and women being slaughtered and stuff. We shouldn't keep quiet on that. But we shouldn't actively be, you know, putting ourselves in danger. I suppose. Yeah. Oh, oh, the misery. Oh, oh, the misery. John's just having his snack. Um, you know. Yeah, the perfect. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. So you have to try and be careful what I say about in talking about these conflicts in the Middle East. You can't say too much. You're not allowed to say too much. Very controversial. And you're the far right, of course. Leo Farker disagrees with you. If you don't agree with his biscuit line, then you're far right. That's the way it goes in this country. If you disagree which biscuits are the nicer, you're the far right. It seems like that's the way it's going, literally. And the far right. Far right, right at the end. A few minutes ago, everybody was here, and nobody. Everybody just left. Everybody just left me. Oh, oh, the misery. Yeah. Oh, oh, the misery. So, uh, uh, we're just kind of just chilling. Um, smoke me pipe. Imagine smoking a pipe nowadays. Like that'd be very out of touch, I suppose. Just have a big pipe in your mouth and smoking it. You never see anybody smoke a pipe nowadays. Interesting. See, this is the worst thing about me. I never know what else to say. you know, I should be like Joe Biden, just get a teleporter and photo me just to speak, to say different things. It'd be pretty handy. It'd be pretty handy to have one of those things. You know. Joe Biden. Joe Biden, wake up. Wake up, Joe. Joe Biden, wake up. We won't find it down to the 8th, March the 8th, sorry. Yeah, what's this to do with, actually? What is this to do with? I've only seen this now. I'm a bit confused, not gonna lie to you. Something to do with Swan and Bar, but I don't know. I haven't been told anything about what's happening up there. Oh no. That's the West Brit. Feet. Oh, the misery. Oh, misery. What day is today? It's the 10th. Yeah, tomorrow's the 11th. Everybody's just chilling now. I'm just trying to find something to talk about. I'm trying to find anything at all to try and talk about at the moment. So if you have anything to ask me, please do. Also, the plan to release GTA 6 probably in March or so next year. What's this now? It's often videos randomly I just see in trailer and I don't know what they're about. Oh, what's this? Something to do with it seems like somebody's pro-Palestinian protesters. See, they were shouting at Leo. Fair enough. I didn't know what it was about, and I think it was. The Tucker Carlson interview done very well. It has 80 million views on Twitter alone, and 11 million on YouTube. Like that's a lot. Like we're talking about maybe 200 million views. That's insane. Like that's insane. But what do we think in general about the Tucker Carlson interview? I suppose. Uh, like, did you think it was good, or what do you think? Or do we think it didn't go far enough, or what do we think? Because I didn't ask that. I only kind of talked about it a bit and then kind of jumped over it. And I didn't really ask too much about him. But as I said at the beginning, I kind of felt like he went on for a long time with history lessons and stuff. Like it was literally probably 40 minutes or 50 minutes nearly there talking about Russia's history going back to God only knows when. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, obviously there should be interviews done with really both sides because that's really the only way to kind of do it. To be honest, like talk to both sides, and hear what they have to say. That's the way it should be. Hello, Henry. How are you doing? One of our leaders, yeah, you would. I wouldn't be able to do it. To be totally honest, I couldn't do it. I honestly couldn't do it. Like maybe I remember good with 1916 and stuff like, that, but going back, donkey's years, you couldn't remember off the top of your head. Like no human really could really remember everything. Because especially Ireland. Ireland has a long, long history. Like it'd be hard to remember every bit of Irish history and stuff like that. Like it means you have to be really, really good to do that. You know, yeah, that makes sense. Because the human brain can't, even though you've learned things and stuff like that, you forget a lot of stuff over time. But definitely Leo and Mihol and them, him and Ryan probably couldn't tell you what he just go on with fucking bicycle lanes. But I don't think any of the Irish leaders could do it. That's what especially because it didn't seem like he had a teleport or something. It was straight out of his head. Maybe one or two things he couldn't remember exactly, but he was able to really share an accurate enough kind of thing. Like an accurate enough picture, I suppose. So that's what I. Uh, but by and large, too, I do think Vladimir Putin could have probably went through the West a bit more, to be totally honest. I think he left out a lot. I think he was going to probably say a lot more, but he didn't really say that much, I suppose. Like he could have went fierce hard uh, against the West and stuff, but he didn't. He kind of only said a bit, in my opinion. He didn't say what he probably really, really wanted to say about the American establishment and stuff like that, and who funds the Americans and who's basically the controller and stuff like that. We only kind of touched the surface. Let's put that way. But I suppose you couldn't really go through all that. Like you would need nearly 4 or 5 hours needed to go through it all. Because it was a 2 hour, probably. I think it was 2 hours and 10 or something like that. because I watched a whole lot of it. It's an awful long time at the same time, but we nearly need a whole day nearly to talk about it all. To get to all that. So, yeah. Yep. Just checking something up, Mark, doing them here. I just thought it's up in there. What am I doing? Yeah. Sometimes I just forget. Like Joe Biden. I have to literally do this to remember stuff. Oh, yes. Just trying to take what I'm. Yeah, but we don't hear about this. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm in the right place now. Yeah, I think everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine now. Iceland is melting. I will volcano eruption. So no wonder I would be melting a bit. But they're going to say it's global warming. That's what to be said. Any more on the Twitter? There. Dun. So yeah, anything else? Anything people want to talk about or anything? Because I'm literally just trying to find something at the moment to talk about. Um, we know what to make Canada great again, Justin Trudeau. Imagine saying that as the Prime Minister. We don't want to make our country great. You know, and crazy. Right, let's listen to this for a second by Kamala Harris.
And what needs to happen in terms of people who otherwise have evidenced themselves having a feckless quality to show some courage to reject the false notion that suggests you're either in favor of the Second Amendment or you want to take everyone's guns away, when in fact it's just reasonable. I support the Second Amendment, but it's reasonable to say we need an assault weapons ban. It's reasonable to say we need universal background checks, that we need red flag laws. it's reasonable to say that if you want to deal with violence in the community, you also got to understand it's not only about mass shooting situations, which are horrific, and it's about everyday gun violence. I'm pointing to the direction of what I believe is the capital.
Interesting. Fair enough, coming up. Yeah, makes sense. Makes total sense. I agree. I was pretty much the same here. People open kebab shops left, right, centre, Turkish barbers, etc., etc. Phone repair shops, like God only knows how many phone repair shops are in this county. There's about 9 million of them. Not 9 million literally. But here, I'm going to run down to get me tea, so you can talk among yourselves now. For 2-3 minutes, and I go down to get me tea. Oh, getting old. I'm getting old. That's the problem with me. Video. There we go. Hello again. Oh. What's money laundering? Which? Oh, right. I see what you're saying. I didn't know what was happening. Was that? Oh, it's only after the clock. Jeez, the weekends just fly. Hello again. What happened with I don't know what Wicklow? Does anybody know? Sorry, not Wicklow, Wexford. With the young boy that was found dead in the car. What happened there? Was it? What was this? What happened? I suppose it was. I've seen it from a few places. Does anybody know? There's a mother. I think the mother's been arrested. Does anybody have an idea? Because how did the mother kill them? Don't think anybody did that. There's poor people out there, I suppose. Yeah, so there was a young. What I know is, what the only thing I know is there was a young boy found in the car late last night around 12 o'clock or so. He was dead in the car. He's 6 years old. I think the mother's from the west. I don't know apart from that. Was it? I highly doubt it was carbon monoxide or something like that. So I don't know. That's all I hold. So. And I haven't heard anything else since. I haven't. See, I don't watch radio television, but I've just seen it late last night. Somebody posted about it. Also, the GE have lost 16 million this year. Ho ho. In other words, who cares about the GA? Who cares? The GA are no good. They're good for nothing. The GA in this fucking country are good for nothing. Yeah, like, well, it's not even that. Like the charge people, like the GA, just fucking shit. Well, they did go broke about broke, but it's not even that too. It's just that they're not about the community anymore. They're all about everything else but the community, just making money and etc. etc. Non-profit. Well, you know what? They get big, like the people over the county boards and stuff like that get big meals and stuff like that. They're well looked after, big money. like the fellow over the Cavan County Board. I'm sure you seen my video a while ago when they were talking about not letting people in unless you pay online. What they said to Council Sarah O'Reilly, for example, she brought it up in the local town, and they were going to the city. You know the way councils send letters and stuff saying that they should look at it and things, and they were saying if they write another letter, they put it in the bin. They won't listen to them. So the fellow over the county board is very nice in this county, isn't he? He's a very humbled fellow, isn't he? Yeah, but the GA is not about the community. It's not about Irish culture anymore. It's just about money, profit, and just exploiting people. Like it's not what it used to be back years ago. That's what I would. As you can tell, I have very little time for this. Shocker. I bet you'll get another email tomorrow crying about that. Because beforehand, when I went on a tangent about the GA, I got an email given out to me about it. But sure, look, fuck them. Fuck them. Oh, I know, but I don't think you could nearly rival them, unfortunately. Because, I don't think you could do. Because, see, they're still getting the backing of the government, too. So. I wouldn't give the GA a set now. Since that day when they said about putting letters in the bin, and giving out about people who will pay online and stuff like that, I wouldn't give them a cent. I wouldn't fucking give them the pleasure of it. The no addition. That's what I think. And they know I wouldn't be that fond of them. That's what I think. They're good for nothing. But no, it's not really that. If you get rid of the fuckers over the county boards and get some decent people in, then you'll be alright. But it's just the people that are in the heads of the GA are just fucking shite. Yeah, grab all association, literally, quite literally. Like you see in Cork too, what they've done with the stadium down in Cork. A fellow who was one of the founding members of that club that it's named after, and they just sold it. They sold it away to Superfire. It doesn't matter. They're naming the club to something else. Like it doesn't matter to them the stadium. It's just the money. They just want the money, which is not good. So basically, all his work and everything, it was gone for nothing. I'm sure you know the place in Cork I'm talking about. But yeah, not the best luck. Hogan. I actually don't know what the Hogan said, but it's an Irish name on it. There was a big controversy around it. I was even going to talk about it on one of my videos, but I said I wouldn't. Oh, I know, yeah. I know they'll really be owned by the community and stuff like that. But the county boards, like the same with the GA down here. Like when you go into the match, you pay your ticket. That goes out to the county board. It doesn't go to the club. It goes up to the county board. Which should probably just go to the club instead of going to the county board for sure. Look at, Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I can never pronounce it. That's why I didn't make the video because I could never pronounce it. But you see what they've done there? They're just for a few shekels they've sold it away. Aren't they great people? They care about their history, don't they? Like if they got away with it, nearly they probably would knock Folk Park down and build God only knows what. But they got away with it because at the end of the day, Irish history. Who cares? That's what they think. Pegale. Yet wonder. Fucking shit. Miss had the untrue. It's quiet out here, and I thought there'd be a few more people here actually tonight, but what can you do? Bum, bum, bum. Yes. Yes. But yeah, so the GA, no good. No addition. Very good. Oh yeah, it didn't see a mess. Yeah, well, they nearly would, to be totally honest, because they get a few shekels from the government. The government, they give them nice contract, and they'll be well looked after then. But sure, no good. No, they're no addition, the GA. Yeah, I know, but they haven't. I think some clubs said they gone cashless, but not all the clubs because there was such a backlash from people when they bringing that policy in. I don't know really what's the story around here. I presume that you can pay at the gates because there was a big there was an almighty backlash against it. Particularly in Cavan when they said that kind of word. When Sarah Wiley was like, when she was speaking out because she was the only councillor that spoke out about it. Turning old men away that founded the GA, that played all their life in the gym, they just turned them away like they were nothing. And then they wrote a letter to the municipal authority, the council to the GA, saying to reconsider it and stuff. And they said to write any more letters to throw in the bin. And that really told you all you need to know. They wouldn't interest. And they said it's up to us to decide. We're not going to listen to people. It's up to what we want. It's not what the community wants, it's what we want. So, it didn't go very well for them. Oh, yeah, but not even that. Even people who just want to turn up on the day or the last minute, somebody at the last minute just be like, yeah, I go to the local match. And they can't do that if they pay in advance. But you look at it back in fucking the 30s and 40s. Did somebody pull out their phone in the 30s and 40s and say, I'm going to pay online in a bank? You couldn't do that back years ago. So it should work both ways. That's the way it should be. Was the fact that they were very hostile. The county board. This is the county board now in Cavan. They were very hostile to it. They were more hostile than they took more hostility than fucking that. You think they were going to tell them it would stop going to operating in the county or something like that. Yeah, they can't define what a woman is. So, I can't wait for when the 8th of March comes. Because sooner or later you see a lot of politicians knocking on people's doors, and people are going to be asking, "What's a woman?" And a lot of them will be able to answer you what a woman is. What is a woman? Yeah, well, the GEA is just I don't know what to say. No good, I know. That's what I said. If I got £1 million, I wouldn't go on one of them county boards. As with that, I wouldn't go near with a 10-foot pole. I would jump out the window. What is a woman? Yes, no, the TDs and councils and everybody in the county boards don't seem to know. Yeah, they don't seem to know. And then these are the same people. This is the funniest part of it. The same people would have told you back 2 or 3 years ago, wear your mask, etc., etc. Trust the science, that's what they would have said. And now they're like, anything goes, there's not just two genders, there's 5 billion genders. Anybody can be a power if they want it to be, it doesn't make any sense. And they'd be like, trust the science. And you're like, what? And the science clearly states, I know this is controversial, that there is only two genders in this. And the only person who can have a child is a woman. Um, So very controversial there. I'd be cancelling them on the. I hear the government literally fucking saying hate speech right now. I can hear it from Helen McAtee now. She's like, "This is a disgrace that the young lad has that saying," and that's the way I see it. Big shocker. That's the big. That's a very controversial take with the on OT tonight. Far right on about this. Far right on about this again. Getting cats. YouTube straight away. Damn the memory hole you go. He spoke his opinion. Kill him. Hillary Clinton will be adding me to the list. Yes. So yeah, any other fun with anybody? Anybody want to talk about anything else? Any other fun? We're probably only staying till 9 o'clock, so we've not a while yet to go. I stayed a bit extra tonight, just to chill. Because we don't really have much else to do tonight. What was I looking up then? Hey, older than hey, build the helicopter. Take a look. Yeah. What is this? Bitch. We see what happens. See, this is the worst part of me because I never really have anything to say. Back in my day, of course, yes. What the fucking duck would I think? What is the UMK? I just wanted to see that on fucking Twitter there. What is a UMK? Some kind of vet or something. Anybody have any idea on that? I just randomly on Twitter just seen that and was like, what's that? What's a UMK? Something 2024. Is it some kind of event or something? Am I just fucking not with the kids? It's up in somewhere. Also, breaking news.
minden és túl. Most önökhöz szól.
The Hungarian president, obviously Viktor Orban's country, and she's been very pro-family and pro-life, has suddenly resigned from her office as president of Hungary. Don't know why, Peter Nancy.
Szólok.
To find this
Nem
out
a
now.
politikusokhoz, a politika csinálókhoz, hanem azokhoz, akiknek a szolgálatára
She was with Elon Musk too at the kind of pro-life summit as well. So he was in him and Howard.
Azért vállaltam ezt a feladatot, mert szenvedélyesen szeretem Magyarországot, a hazánkat. És mert hiszek önökben. Hiszem, hogy egy békés.
I'm just reading the translation. I can't understand Hungary, just
egymásra odafigyelő
Hungarian.
nemzet, amiért. Hiszek a csendes többségben, a minden nap keményen dolgozó emberekben, a becsületben, az egyenes tartásban és a szeretet erejében. Ezeket az értékeket nagyszüleinktől, szüleinktől kaptuk, és
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this because I just seen this literature.
Hoztam egy olyan kegyelmi döntést, mely sokakban értetlenséget és békétlenséget váltott ki. Érthető, hogy magyarázat.
I don't really understand, but
A kegyelmezési jogkör mindközül talán a legérzékenyebb, mert egy ember életéről kell dönteni a kegyelmi kérvény és a rendelkezésre álló információk alapján. Tavaly áprilisban abban a hiszemben döntöttem a kegyelem mellett, hogy az elítélt nem élt vissza a rábízott gyermekek kiszolgáltatottságával. Hibáztam.
yeah. But I don't know why she's resigned. I'm trying to figure this out.
Alkalmas volt arra, hogy a pedofíliára vonatkozó zéró tolerancia.
It was quite. I will look this up if you have a chance. But like, I can't translate. But she's talking about there's subtitles on it. She's talking about being pro-family and stuff like that. That she pushed them policies and stuff. But I don't understand why she just randomly said fuck it up. Oh no, definitely finishes. Finishes fucking atrocious to understand.
Így volt ez akkor, és így van ez ma is. A köztársasági elnök alaptörvényből is fakadó feladata megjeleníteni a nemzet egységét. A gyermek a legfontosabb.
Yeah, we'll probably hear more about it in the next few days. Because this literally just happened 5 minutes ago.
A gyermekek védelme közös kötelességünk. 3 gyermeket szültem. Személyesen is átéltem, mekkora szüksége van egy végtelen, kiszolgáltatott életnek a biztonságra, a védelemre. Magyar emberként azt várnám a köztársasági elnöktől, hogy ne hibázzon.
Yeah, it was some way loosely related to language, but it's difficult. Language is really difficult. Because oftentimes I'm trying to understand what they're trying to say, like without subtitles and stuff. And it's just insane.
Bocsánatot kérek azoktól, akiket megbántottam, és minden olyan áldozattól, aki úgy érezhette, nem állok ki mellette. A gyerekek és a családok védelme mellett voltam, vagyok.
She's talking a lot about family and children, so protecting children as well.
Ma utoljára szólok önökhöz. Nem mondok a köztársasági elnöki tisztségről. A döntés nem személyes okból volt nehéz.
The decision was difficult for personal reasons, so it's personal reasons.
Azért volt nehéz, mert esküt tettem. Arra a kérdésre kellett most választ találnom, hogy eskümhöz híven képes lennék a köztársasági elnöki tisztséget továbbra is a magyar nemzet javára gyakorolni. Rendelkeznék-e azzal a mozgástérrel, amely ahhoz kell, hogy szuverén államfőként jól teljesítsem a feladatomat? Nem a válaszom mindkét kérdésre. Bocsánatot kérek azoktól, akik most úgy érzik, cserben hagyom őket. Akik most úgy érzik, hogy a gyűlölet legyőzte a szeretetet. Azt a kérdést kellett feltennem magamnak, mit üzenek döntésemmel a gyerekeinknek, a magyar fiataloknak. Arra biztatom őket, hogy szolgáljanak minden erejükkel, tehetségükkel. Ne adják fel a nehéz pillanatokban sem. Tartsanak ki, amíg lehet. A hibáikért vállalják a felelősséget, és ha úgy érzik, hogy
a bit late.
Szuverenitásukat, akkor legyenek képesek.
Jesus, Miha Mountain be unhappy now. He heard about sovereignty.
A szuverenitás drága kincs.
Like, poor Miha Mountain, if he sees the speech, he's how to die. She literally just said sovereignty is a precious treasure. Imagine saying that to the Miha Mountain after him said, we don't want a backwards idea of sovereignty. Like, he literally would die. like she literally actually just said, so that's a good quote now. Sovereignty is a precious treasure. Next, if I ever come across Micheál Martin, I tell him that sovereignty is a precious treasure. Remember that now. Remember that sovereignty is a precious treasure. And say that to Micheál Martin if you ever come across him and make him cringe a bit. But I don't get why she's resigned. So the president of Hungary is resigning for whatever reason. She says for personal reasons, so I don't know if she's sick or what's the story. Or maybe we should force that, I don't know.
Köszönöm. Köszönöm önöknek, hogy célt és értelmet adtak a köztársasági elnöki feladatnak. Köszönöm a találkozásokat, amelyek a legnagyobb ajándékai voltak ennek a 2 évnek. Köszönöm, hogy leülhettem a sámlira, hogy sikerült oda is figyelmet irányítani, ahova a hétköznapokban kevesebb jut. Azoknak, akikkel együtt dolgozhattam, köszönöm a magas színvonalú munkát, az elhivatottságot.
Very carefully. Micheál Martin speech, yeah, I know. But literally the Hungarian Prime Minister, like Micheál Martin, he honestly doesn't believe in sovereignty. He doesn't believe that Ireland should be a sovereign. He thinks the European Union should say everything what we need to do. He thinks we shouldn't have any identity at all. Micheál Martin. So he would be very upset with the Hungarian Prime Minister over this. Because he doesn't like anybody who has saying he doesn't believe in sovereignty.
Köszönöm a családomnak a mindenkor biztos hátteret. Köszönöm Istvánnak, hogy 25 éve együtt lehetünk a szép és a nehéz pillanatokban. Köszönöm, hogy segített megmutatni, hogy egy férfi ugyanúgy tud.
Apologies, I'm just listening to this, even though I'm just looking somewhere.
Köszönöm Ádámnak, Tamásnak és Katának, hogy az élet.
I disagree with his words too, you know. The sovereignty is everything. To be sovereign is to be free, of course.
A politika kemény, olykor kegyetlen világ. Vannak, akik azt gondolják, hogy nekünk, nőknek ezért nem is való. Ezzel nem értek egyet. Ne hagyjuk magunkat. Kellenek a nők a közéletbe is, mert hitem szerint akkor idővel méltányosabb, békésebb, és bizonyára tartalmasabb lesz ez a világ.
Yeah, somebody played at the bin about that time, yeah.
Hálás vagyok azért, hogy a
we're fully committed to the next add on to that. We're fully committed to the European ideals or whatever it was. To the European Union, sorry.
Áld meg a magyar, mert tiéd az ország, tiéd a hatalom, és tiéd a dicsőség.
So yeah, that was a bit unexpected. What's this? Okay, so this is from the BBC just now, the British podcast, the Crown broadcasting. So I can see now. So this is a lot. Which one? No, so yeah. Let me see. So I post the link in the chat. So this is from the BBC, but I think this is the best explanation to what's going on and why she was. I haven't read through it all. Read through it now, but just so people can read through along with me if I miss something. Which I don't know what to make of this now. This is a very shocking thing to have to come across tonight. I didn't think it'd be this tonight. I get it for you now. I post in the chat. So it's something to do with a child abuse. Something to do with child abuse or something. Yeah. So I don't know what Victor Van on that. I don't think Hungary would be that forgiving about this thing. What it would be? Oh, she give clemencies to somebody. She give like she absolves somebody. Not the way as your president you can exonerate somebody. Oh, I see now. So she absorbed somebody that was a child abuser, basically. You know the way they can pardon is the word. The president can do that. The president of Ireland can do that. people from years ago, you can do that, saying that they've done nothing wrong, absolve them from the conviction, overturn the conviction, basically. I didn't even know about this. I actually had no idea this was happening in Hungary. Oh, the Minister for Justice is resigned too. Well, hadn't McEntee go along with him? Oh, I can see now. Yeah, I see. I see why. Oh, I see now. Oh, it was the director of a state-run children's home. I didn't even know. Did anybody know this was going on? I didn't even know. Only like I was very sure. I didn't hear anything about this at all. It's only for there now. So she gave him clemency, basically. So it absorbed him, basically. Which I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have done on any circumstance. Particularly, obviously, being hungry. People wouldn't be too pleased about that. It was very up to protecting children. Not like in this country where you get suspended sentence for that kind of stuff, and the judges will let you off with it. They're basically just supporting people that do that kind of stuff. So there's the article there. I don't really know what to make of it. Huh? Yeah, that's on the. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. That's okay. No, people won't take offense. I didn't even know like that was going on at the moment in Hungary. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what's most surprising about it all. Like, I'm surprised she done that. Let's put it out. Like I would, like in Ireland they would do that, of course. They would pardon somebody that done that kind of thing. But I'm surprised now in Hungary that she would do it. Pro family, pro children. I'm surprised, very shocked over that. This is their work, yeah. But it's the fact that she kind of pardoned the person. It seems to be that she pardoned him. He was facing kind of a prosecution. And the way the president of Ireland can do it too. They can overturn your conviction. If the thing was wrongfully done, it was a miscarriage of justice or whatever. It can exonerate you of your crime, overturn it, basically. It seems that's what she did in this case too. But obviously the media would have a field day now with this. But obviously it was wrong. Anybody that done that kind of stuff to children shouldn't be exonerated, should face every possible repercussion. Yeah, but I didn't know. See, it was shocked because I didn't know about what was happening. No, well, who knows? But I wasn't expecting that now. The thing. We'll probably be live for another 20 minutes, then, so excuse me. Who knows? We'll probably find out more now in the next few days what's happening. Oh, it's on YouTube. Is this recently? We watched the Crown news. Also, speaking of actually the Crown news, Sky News was on the other day, and Mary Lou McDonald, of course, Mary Lou was on it. She was hoping that to be an Irish unification referendum by 2030. Now we see if that goes ahead. But she's more worried about that than what's happening at the moment in the country. Sinn Féin's priorities are just up their arse. Oh yeah, but they've always done that. They always kind of the media and everything always kind of like, oh, you're the worst country ever. You're the worst than the Nazis. That's the way they say it. Like Viktor Orban and stuff blocking the funds for Ukraine and stuff. They're like, Hungary's worse than that. They're pro-family, pro-children and stuff like that. The worst, the evil people. That's what the media are like. And they kind of all have a fit over it, the media, when they mention Hungary. They're like, this is the worst country in the world. How could they be so evil? That's what they say. What do you mean you won't accept people being frogs and stuff? People identifying as frogs and leprechauns and everything. You should accept. There's 900 billion genders. You should accept it. So they do have a fit with that. Orty has a fit about it Hungry every day of the week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a perfect way to upset the media. So no wonder. Because as soon as you say that, you upset the media, the Western media is up in fierce. They'd be like, George Soros paid us €5 billion to try and destroy Hungary from the inside out. I said the quiet part out loud. We shouldn't have said that. But YouTube's going to dispose of me. Say no more. Say no more. or the top police might come in. Actually, sorry, Helen McAtee with our hate speech laws might be here, so we don't want that. Bitch and bastard. Excuse me. People I think I've tried trying to come up with that again. The who and bastard. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Hungary's causing a lot of trouble for the European Union and stuff, particularly. So yeah, like nobody really has any trust left in the media. But there's some people, of course, but they are just kind of delusional in their own head, basically. They won't wake up and look around them, basically. But you do feel sorry for them. But sooner or later, they'll kind of be like, well, the moment in time in Ireland, particularly, the media can't really lie as much as they are because they can only go so far lying before they hit themselves in the face, basically. Because they're doing a quite job now at the moment, just destroying themselves. That's what I OT. Like the more they talk, the more they destroy themselves. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. But but eventually they'll be like, fucking OT, no good. That's what they'll be like. Hello, Shawnee. But you can understand older generations. They didn't grow up with social media and stuff like that, and that's the majority of information nowadays. They didn't, they didn't grow up with it, so it's understandable that they would be, wouldn't be as high tech, I suppose. But how are we doing anyway, Shawnee? If that makes any sense. But again, as I said, they can only go online so much, the mainstream media, before the lies come back and haunt them. That's that's the thing. And obviously, at the end of the road, really, the media, they have very little place to go. They can only call people far right, and that's where the extremists, and they've nothing else really to say apart from that. So they kind of at a crossroads here where they don't have much more room to move. Oh yeah, but the majority of people just kind of, well, not the majority of people now. Maybe back a few months ago, maybe a lot of people now are questioning OT and stuff. So when I'll be streaming next, probably Wednesday. Usually stream on a Wednesday and Saturday, just to say. It's usually around sometime this time, from around 6:30 or so to 9 or so, around that time, on average. So usually, it definitely will be Wednesdays and Saturdays, but it'll be around that time. I don't have a particular time. But usually it'll be up, if you look at the community post, I usually would say I'll be live in an hour or in a few hours. So what's, etc. etc. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Moon Hunters. How are we doing? It's Tobias as I seeing you. I heard your phone broke. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's kind of going to be 50-50, to be totally honest. There's a lot of people who actually gets the upcoming Wi-Fi. Okay, Greenface, take care. Thank you for stopping in. So it's kind of 50-50. It's hard to know at the moment what's going to happen. But I still do think they're going to have a hard time passing it. They're not going to. It's not going to be overwhelmingly, I say. Because a lot of people just kind of sick of the government and been like, fuck the government, everything they say when they do the wrong, the other thing. He lost the will to live. Very good. Very good, of course. Very good when the phone loses the will to live. Bum 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 bum. And we'll probably be going another few minutes then just to say, I know it's a long stream, it's nearly 3 hours. Oh, oh, Johnny. On the banks. I turn off this anyway. We'll be on for another 10 minutes anyway. What am I doing here? Sorry, give me a second. Trying to find something. Where the fuck am I? Peg. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, there was a lot of people at the funeral. See, I don't really have much to say about John, but I didn't. I didn't really pass much remarks on when he was. Well, I wasn't alive majority of the time when he was. It was in the early 2000s, wasn't it? So I wouldn't have known much of him, of his policies, of course, and all that. If that makes any sense. Oh. Yeah, I seen about Arklow. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. It was a good bit of a crowd for an average, but it's a bit bigger than a small town. Yeah, it'd be an average size town. That's that's the way I'm trying to phrase it. Well, see, all of them were actually, unfortunately, we all kind of infiltrated a good bit. It's a common tactic with NGOs and the government and stuff. It's about breaking them from the inside. Trying to lead them down the garden path from the inside. It's a common tactic. It was used. It's the same with in every country. It's sending spies and stuff to try and influence, things. But we see what happens. It happens more often than you think as well. So. Because they're trying to I suppose damp down the fire. Like they put these people in, like some people, NGOs and government, work for the government and so on, the government payroll. They try and dampen down the fire. They're trying to, because obviously if you have people that are very angry and very annoyed, they're going to make a lot of sets in the videos that go viral and stuff like that. So that's what they're trying to get somebody at the top that takes over. That's kind of dampens down that makes sure that there's not too much outrage, because things are kept on the down low and stuff, and eventually it all fizzles out. That's what they want. It's just kind of leading them down the garden path, basically, in a nice way. But it's hard to make sure there's no infiltration. It is hard to it's hard to do, because we're not an intelligence agency. We can't dig into somebody's like on Gardaí and O'Connor could, if they got your name, they could find out everything about you. We don't have that information in hand where you could like, oh yeah, Sean, we know who he is. He's from there. He works for that Rodrigo Gorman fella. You can't. It's more harder for an ordinary Joe to do basically than on Gardaí and O'Connor. But of course, on Gardaí and O'Connor involved with it too. But we see what happens. Oh, I know what you're saying. I don't know, but the citizen thing, yeah. But yeah, no, but see, the government trying to do firefighter and just kind of dampen down people thing. And obviously, if you get somebody into the top of an organization, not really an organization, but a group of people, they can control people and lead them the opposite way, if that makes any sense. And say, look at, I've negotiated with the government. We're going to get 2 extra Gardaí and a footpath, and a street light if we let these people in, because usually the majority of local people won't be too interested. Like, no, the answer would be no. We're not letting anybody in, regardless of who they are. So that's what they try and send somebody in. So they'll be like, yeah, without women and children and stuff like that. And then they turn out a few weeks later, there'll be a busload of men coming up. But, forward, etc. Of course. Oh yeah, every community, like you often see these people do take charge and stuff like that, and that's what they take advantage of. They try and put somebody in there that can take charge. And stuff. The same in Sligo, particularly, was a very clear cut thing. There was somebody put in to turn people the other way, basically. Even though, again, I know people say I shouldn't be commenting really on individual towns. It's their own business who is over what but it's just the way I see it, because without mentioning names, of course, or like that. Without mentioning names. Shit. It's 9 o'clock. We're near enough 9 o'clock. Bum 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 bum. Grassroot, yeah. Good job. I couldn't read it. I'd be like, I get fucking tick at one stage. I'd be like, what the fuck does that say? They'd be like, on the Garda press office ask you to say this. You're not allowed to say anything else but what the Garda press office has said. I'd be like, fuck this fucking shit. And I'd be like, fuck is all. Because I say it'd be literally the most fucking shit joke ever. And I get fucking sick of it. Every 10 seconds, I'd be like, far right this, the far right are doing that. And you lose the way to live. So I wouldn't be good at the OT news on that. Like, who would want to work for OT? Like, I wouldn't be that desperate to go and work for OT either. Like, even if they offered me 50k a year, I wouldn't fucking do it. If they offered me 300k a year, I wouldn't do it. Stuff like that. Wouldn't do it for OT. Why would you just randomly speak down? Like, it's not about telling people the news. You're speaking down to people like, this is the way you should think. And if you don't think, we're going to send you to prison for 5 years. You shouldn't question OT. You should always listen to what we say and just never ask questions. That's what OT is all about. They're not telling you, giving you the information and letting you come up with your own opinion, right? That's the way the news should be. They're telling you, these are far right insanities. Like, these people are dangerous to society. They're a threat to our democracy. They should be eradicated and all that. That's the way they're going on. Like. Everybody, all the Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil, majority of them have turned against their own communities. All for a few bucks, of course. Allegedly, of course. In the game, of course. I will poor people before profit are not going to have a good time in the next election. There might be people after profit. That's nothing to say. Before they're gone. Pegale. Oh, be Jesus. Be Jesus. So, yeah, anything else before we go? We're just about to go for tonight. Because I think I've bullshitted enough for tonight. And we're on yapping for a long time. And it probably should have been. So, yeah, is there anything else anybody wants to ask me or talk about before we go? Lift your hand. Literally nobody's two. Let me see. So I think we will leave there because I hardly did anybody have anything else to say. Because nobody's spoken up. So yeah, it's been a long live stream today. It's been nearly 3 hours. Like, it's been a long time. So yeah, we'll be back probably Wednesday. Now, let me see. I'm trying to think what time probably Wednesday. Let's say 7 o'clock or so, 7:30, something around that. Maybe only about an hour. It wouldn't be that long anyway. Wednesday. So we'll see then. I suppose I'll be talking a lot about the Celtics monthly meeting, probably that's coming up Monday. So I know a lot more Wednesday, but we'll talk about them, etc. So that would be probably the main thing that we talked about, I say, Wednesday night now. So yeah. So I think that's that. There's nothing else to say. So thank you very much for watching. I know it's been a long one, as I say. Appreciate it as always. So I leave you to it and enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you Wednesday. Thank you, and good night.